The last Theyyam of the season, the Bhagavathi Theyyam, the final one. And before I saw the Theyyam, I saw the people behind it. Most people remember the final image, the towering headpiece, the colors, the dance. But before any of that, there are hours of preparation, layers upon layers, hands working quietly, details most people never notice, and somehow, watching the transformation felt just as fascinating as the Theyyam itself. The bigger the Theyyam became, the more people it took, helping, supporting, balancing, working together. And suddenly I realized this tradition isn't carried by one person, it is carried by many. Before the Bhagavathi Theyyam appeared, there was another tradition waiting inside the temple grounds, Kalaripayattu, one of the oldest martial arts in the world. And watching it in Kerala felt completely different from seeing it on screen. It wasn't only about fighting, it was about discipline, control, focus, years of practice hidden inside movements that lasted only seconds. The speed was incredible. One movement everything looked calm, the next, the movements were almost too fast to follow, and yet every step felt precise. Every movement felt intentional, nothing wasted, nothing unnecessary. What fascinated them most was how effortless it looked, as if years of training had become instinct, as if the body already knew what to do before the mind had time to think. And as impressive as Kalaripayattu was, everyone knew another moment was getting closer. The Bhagavathi Theyyam finally appeared, and suddenly, everything we had watched earlier made sense. The layers, the details, the craftsmanship, the patience, everything had led to this moment. And no matter how many photos you see beforehand, nothing prepares you for the scale, the height, the details, the sheer presence of it. It didn't feel like looking at the costume. It felt like looking at something much bigger, something that had stepped out of a story, and standing there. It was impossible not to keep looking. Every time I thought I had seen everything, I noticed another detail, another pattern, another layer, and somehow it just kept becoming more impressive. What I expected to remember was the height, the colors, the scale, but what stayed with me the most was the feeling. The feeling of witnessing something that has been passed down for generations. The feeling of something so many people come together to keep a tradition alive. And the feeling of knowing that this was the final Bhagavathi Theyyam of the season. Some traditions are watched, others are experienced, and this was one I will never forget.